Show tomorrow. Fuck you, Carlos Danger.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Insufferable Bastards podcast. Hello, Shuli.
Hello, my friend. How are you?
The only time anybody watches this podcast is when we talk about Stuttering John.
Hi, this is Stuttering John Melendez from The Howard Stern Show.
It's all Long Island to me.
The second she saw the face, she said, "Oh, yeah, that was him."
Oh, you're the guy that played fake clips of me. Yes, I remember now.
It's a stupid name, but maybe it's worth listening to. How the fuck do I know? I got my own problems. I got hemorrhoids and shit. When I wipe my ass, it looks like a chocolate-covered cherry. All right, good gee.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Insufferable Bastards podcast. My name is Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast, and I'm joined by my co-host making a return after, I think, 2 years, Mr. Brian Spears. Hello, Brian.
Hello, hello.
And making his debut appearance on the Insufferable Bastards podcast, my arch enemy, the man who called me a child molester, actually said I looked like a child molester, Joey Catalano. Hello, Mr. Joey C.
Thank you for having me, Carlos. Hello, Spears. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Joey C, his voice to our listeners, he might sound a little hoarse. He was apparently up all night screaming at Patrick Melton and various Onion fans, from what I understand. How are you holding up? How's your health right now, Joey C?
Getting better. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, the biggest part for me was to get away from the sugar, and you know, I'm about 80% from 2 months ago, so away from it. So that's helping me a lot. You know, drinking a lot of water, doing more walks. You know, trying not to get my blood pressure going. You know, to a certain point, but I get my moments.
Yeah, and that's one thing we're going to talk about, your moments.
Yes.
Because you definitely had a moment last week brought on by me, so I wanted to go over that. So this is a members-only stream. Insufferable Bastards started for 99 cents a month last week. You can join our channel, and you get one members-only stream a month and some emojis. That's what we're offering. So,
nice.
Yeah, because Joey C is big news. Although you're polarizing, I guess, to a certain extent there, Mr. Joey C. I put something on Twitter saying Joey C was going to be on, and Kinky Loco on Twitter immediately said, "What are you doing, Carlos?" We have Kinky Loco in the chat. Kinky Loco says, "Carlos, these are some killer emojis you've chosen." I have a poll going whether people think Shuli Network knowingly paid to inflate their views. You can go ahead and comment on that. Kinky Loco is not a fan of that. We got Franklin Scheckler saying, "You squeezed $1 out of me. Ray, better show." I did get a text from Ray. Of course, he is late, but he says he is coming. Flat Cat Jessica. Can I out you, Flat Cat Jessica, as the person who told me I should do memberships? And I was like, but I don't have anything to offer, nothing of value. Why would I do that? So this is for you. If you don't like this, blame Flat Cat Jessica, who says, even though I'm not first, I'm declaring first. And that is absolutely the truth. All right, so enough of that. Last week, I was on with the great Kevin Brennan. So this was Joey C. This was during my appearance on Kevin Brennan.
It's the Joey C. Show! With Vito Pescatelli and the Joey C. Band!
I'm playing the beginning because I gotta admit, I do love your intro.
Thank
the
you.
Joey C. Band.
Casey Sunshine Band! The magician Anthony Fratelli Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your host, the man with the plan, the new court for the reportcasting,
I'm
fucking hot. Boy, I tell you
Romeo's
right now,
moving to
I'm
South
fucking
Carolina.
hot. I'm so
Canoe
fucking
lives
pissed
in
off.
South
It's on.
Carolina.
It's
Her
on.
family
It's over.
does.
It's
They have
done.
some
He's fucking toast.
fireworks
They
money.
got me.
I'll
They
be
fucking got
fine.
me.
Joey C., you got to turn down one volume when you do these tirades. That's the only thing.
Just play this out.
They do.
Could Carlos
Fuck you,
Danger beat
Carlos
up Judy
Danger,
Gold?
and fuck
So,
you, Brennan,
no.
you piece of shit.
You don't
Fuck
think
you.
so?
I'm gonna make your
that
fucking
the
life
Kelly
miserable.
pissed when you
And
said
that
it on the
fucking
show
Carlos
the other
Danger,
day,
that
like,
motherfucker.
who would
Wait, I
hire
get
him?
done
Who would
here.
hire
You
him?
fat
Oh, by the
fucking
way,
piece
there's
of
a
shit.
brother named Cabana King. Oh, you hired
Talk shit
that.
to me, motherfucker.
So what's going on here is that Joey C's name has been brought up in Kevin Brennan's podcast, and I've made a remark that has upset Joey C., And
From LA,
The
wearing
fucking lone
devil mask,
stranger.
hack first.
How
I
many
mean, I
fucking
like the
are you a
guy.
pedophile?
right.
He's sniping now, going to war with Carlos Danger. Joey.
All right, Joey, bring it. I've
Bring
read
it, I
those,
bring it, you
the
fat
government's
motherfucker.
memo to your sentencing. Your wife had a bad lawyer.
Fuck you, Carlos fucking Ranger.
Oh, he sent it
I
to
saw it all.
Carlos fucking
you. You looked
Ranger.
it up?
I looked it up. Yeah, you can look up those things.
Yeah, that's right.
Get Carlos Danger. I mean, Carlos Danger.
Fuck
he
Carlos
tries to
Danger. He's
take
done.
the,
He's
you
done.
know,
He's done.
I don't.
I never
I'm not
uttered a
gonna
word
take
of that
Carlos
motherfucker.
always takes the middle
Clip
ground.
it.
That's why he's
No,
good
that's
on
what
your
I'm
show.
saying. That's why he's good. But I'm saying, like, I'm not even
Clip
gonna
it.
ask him
Everybody
about
clip
the
everything
Shuli
you
stuff,
can
but-
tonight and send it all over the fucking
Alabama.
internet. How do I get a hold of this fucking Carlos? Somebody get a hold of this Carlos Danger. Tell me, why the fuck would he put my name out of his motherfucking mouth? Why? Why the fuck would he do that? I don't even know the fucker. I never talked to a fucking bad thing about this motherfucker. Gonna jump on KB's fucking coattail so he can score points. Oh, I'm on the Kevin Brennan show.
I mean, I feel it goes on for another 2 minutes, Joey C.
What day of the week was that? Do you remember?
Was it that day of the week, Joey?
Oh, I don't know. Did I already have an episode with Melton that day? I don't know.
I don't. It was it was a week ago. It was a week ago tonight. It was a week ago tonight. So it goes on like this. But I guess all right. So what did I say? Joey
think the
C.
whole thing with me. If I remember, I was fighting with you know I get trolled really bad, and I go through a lot of stuff with people, especially I'm not very private about things that happen in my life. That was the whole idea why I came on the internet, is I was telling my story. So people hear things, and they want to right away go into making jokes, which I don't care for me. But Melton took it a little bit too farther with my daughter and my wife, and so I probably had a bad day with trolls. I mean, they doxed my phone number. Melton doxed my phone number in his Discord, and I've been getting unbelievable calls all through the night. Disguising their voice, how they want to tie me up and fuck my wife, stuff like that.
But I didn't say any of that.
No.
What
So
does
what I'm
that
trying
have
to tell
to
you is
do
I
with-
probably was already on fire already. And then I thought me and you, I did a show with you with Brennan, and you actually told people I saved you coming on there, if you
That's
remember
true.
correctly. You
Yeah.
did say that. And then you kind of get through a dagger at me that day when you put the onion hat on the mic where I was looking right at it. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. No,
Did Melton
I
tell you to do
honestly.
that? I wanted to always ask you. Did Melton tell you to do that? Because
You were overthinking that, Joey. Carlos wears that hat all of the time.
there was something with the onion hat. I know.
I don't recall that at all. I don't. I did that with a ski mask when he told me to take off. An onion.
Steve Mask was involved with it.
Oh no, Joey. See, that had absolutely nothing to do with you. That was me. That was my message to Ski Mask because he made me take off the hat.
Well,
that's all.
Brennan, I don't know if you noticed. If you noticed during the show, if he looks at his phone a lot, right? When you see him looking to see if someone's texting him and he's reading messages. Well,
Man, you're texting him nonstop.
I'm fucking with him during the show. That's me.
Right. Joey C. More like Joey desperately see me.
He's not wrong. Joey's texting me right now. I mean, it's like fucking unbelievable.
Joey, are
mean,
you
it's-
okay? You sound terrible.
Well-
it sounds like you've gotten. I've seen you get really worked up this week to the point
Yeah, I
where
had a
some
bad
of
week,
us
yeah.
had a death pool. See, will Joey
Well,
make it through the week? And yeah, I don't know how healthy all of this is for you.
Yeah, that's a great point because that's actually when this happened, I saw it, right, and I watched the first 9 minutes and I was kind of entertained, and then I was like, well, wait a second, he's talking about doxing me. He's kind of like he's making some legit threats. I'm like, what is going on? I don't know who this guy is really. I mean, I know him as a personality on YouTube,
Right.
but then I watched the whole thing and like, yeah, then I end up just being worried about you because especially at this part,
Well, first of all, let me start out. I don't even know the fucker. I never.
You're
talked to
shaking
fucking
at this
bad thing about
point.
motherfucker. Yeah, I probably was. I jump on KB's fucking coattail so he can. I had to be. Yeah, usually Saturdays and Sundays I got really a lot of people. Like I said, I was doxxed. They were calling me, saying all kinds of things, fucking with me. That's the things they say in the chat room. So just it's been a hell of a
kinky
90
logo. This son of a bitch.
I mean, I
I
just
don't
have
even
one.
know what you look at. Someone said I did something to her that John had me do something, and that's not true. I didn't even. He never asked me, or I didn't even know who she was. I didn't even know these people.
No,
So
that's
I'm getting-
Benny Loco. Kinky Loco is Benny's older sister.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess I don't even know.
Spears,
these
what were
people.
you gonna say, real quick?
Joey brings up the riding the coattails of KB. But isn't this entire Hackverse just riding coattails of
Yeah.
anyone that you can get one step above. So
I agree.
Well, the other thing
kind
I
of an
said that pissed
incestuous
Joey
world.
off, and this wasn't on this podcast, the Kevin Brennan podcast. It was on one of my past things. I said that people shouldn't pay Joey C. You said that on Ray's podcast, which I sent you the link for.
Right.
But you failed to mention, I also said I shouldn't be paid. I thought like we're so small that channels of our size, we should be grateful to have the exposure at this point. It really wasn't meant as, if I was insulting you, I was also insulting myself. But I want to go back because I want to explain to you, Joey C.
Okay. Go ahead.
When I brought your name up, exactly what I meant, because I mean, it doesn't absolutely come through, but I just want to explain it honestly, what was happening.
Oh, look who it is. Here come the fat jokes. Get the fat jokes ready.
Fucking. One thing. All right. So is Melton going to argue that Butch Bradley hurt his reputation? And then I would think Butch Bradley can be like, oh yeah, the guy that has the picture of a deceased daughter on the wall. Like he's got a very reputable reputation.
Right. I like.
All right, so what I'm saying right there, it's not so eloquent, but we were talking, Kevin Brennan and I, about the alleged defamation suit. If Patrick Melton was going to do one against Butch Bradley for the things that Butch Bradley said on Kevin Brennan's podcast. And one thing I was trying to bring out there, I'm also intoxicated and coming down with COVID at this point. Lenny Dykstra tried to sue, I believe, Ron Darling for defamation, and the judge said, Lenny Dykstra, your reputation is so bad, there's no way you could be defamed, because part of defamation is proving that your character was assaulted or your reputation was hurt because of something that was said. And I'm trying to say that, well, one of the people they'll bring to the witness stand with Patrick Melton is that Butch Bradley could bring to the witness stand would be Joey C. So this actually is not an insult.
I like to call this stand Mr. Steel Toe.
Right.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Ashley LaRue is on the, yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but anyway, go ahead. You can read this, Carlos.
Gustav for $4.99. Borgo is the type you want on the show. He has great stories and doesn't want or need anything, just likes the show. Joey C is a user nobody. Now that's Gustav, Joey C, right? You kind of internalized that as I was saying that to you. Am I correct?
I probably did, yes. You probably are correct, yes. I would say you're correct.
And he's always texting me. It's like, hey, send me the link. It's like, first of all, it's not a good look if Joey C is your guest. You know, for a while it's like funny, and then you realize like this guy is taking himself seriously. He wants to be, he thinks he should have his own show or whatever.
Right. Gustav for another $2. Carlos seems cool. All right, now I did say right, but I don't know if that's not. You didn't take that as an insult, right? I'm just trying to. I'm on a podcast, and there's a moment of silence, so I said right.
Right. No, you were good.
Hey, he just said right.
I'm just trying to get to the point where I can justify in my own brain being called a child molester. Also, I appreciate that, Gustav.
Yeah, but
I'm
Carlos
sorry for
is
that.
cool because
I
he
say
don't
things
need us
I don't
because he's
think.
got a regular job.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm able to pay my bills.
No, imagine if you didn't have. Imagine desperate Carlos Danger. Be like, hey, send me the link.
I'd be doing it all. I made $27. I had Pat Dixon on. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be rolling in it now. Finally going to get some of that Cardiff Electric Super Chat money. $27 after an hour. One Furious that for $5. Joey C, more like Joey desperately see me.
He's not wrong. Joey's texting me right now. I mean, it's like fucking unbelievable.
Yeah. You should see somebody. Should I send
some
him?
type of
when he's
missing
laughing?
with Joey C.
I mean, I'm sending some raw shit.
This is a comedy podcast, you know. So I just thought Joey C reacting the way he did, I was like, this is comedy,
right?
Allegedly.
Now he's going to war with Carlos Ranger.
You
Carlos rules.
You can't make this shit up. Joey C is sniping now, going to war with Carlos Danger.
All right, Joey, let's bring it. I've read those, the government's memo to your sentencing. Your wife had a bad lawyer.
She did have a bad lawyer. She really did.
Wait, he sent it
I
to
saw
you?
it all.
You looked it up?
He made a lot of
I
mistakes.
looked it up. Yeah. Well, okay. So here's what I'll say. You know, I mean, everybody knows I'm a local news reporter, right? I'm like a zit on a flea's ass in terms of
Sorry
media.
for putting that out there to everybody.
But yeah. Ray already has told the world.
It's public
First thing he
record.
says on Kevin Brennan's podcast, hey, welcome Ray DeVito. Oh, Carlos is a reporter. So anyway, I've read plenty of those sentencing memos, right? Because the government always sends out a press release, the U.S. Attorney's Office, when somebody gets sentenced to jail. And as a reporter, you can get a little more info if you go into the actual docket and look at the documents. So I did that in your case. And what I was trying to say there, because you went fucking crazy when I brought your wife into it in your tirade. You were wishing me death at that point. You wanted to kill my kids.
Sorry,
But
God.
if
What? You still do?
Sorry.
Come on, Joey. Come
but
on,
if you go and read the sentencing memo for Joey's wife, yeah, the lawyer, and I read it a while ago, basically says, oh, by the way, I gave my client some bad advice. I think that we should lower the guidelines a little bit. He put that in a sentencing memo. That coupled with the background, the life experience of your wife, it seemed to me like, well, why are we sending this person to jail? So that's what I meant by that. That was actually a compliment saying, hey, I read the sentencing memo, Joey C.
Thank you for explaining that to me. So again, I'm gonna make a full apology to you because I was gonna do that anyhow. You probably just got the wrath of me having a very bad tirade day with trolls and Patrick Melton, which that's a long story with him, but
Kinky Loco says he's too simple, don't bother explaining. Moco Brain says Joey texting Brennan is crazy.
yeah. Well, I do it.
And that is something, Joey. I must defend my good friend Carlos Danger. And I know you just had explained that, you get pissed off and maybe you said things that you didn't necessarily mean.
Right.
But I got to say, bringing back to what Spears said about you bringing up riding coattails, isn't that exactly kind of what you do going from show to show? 1 week you're on Shuli's side, the next week you're on KB side, and you flip
in the beginning.
And
in the beginning, I was
Stuttering John.
Stuttering John. Now I mean
all of them. You flip flop a lot with these people. Is what
are you in DG planning? I don't trust that guy.
Can I explain all that to you, or are we just gonna?
Yes.
Because you've done a lot of shows with me, OJ. I've done probably more shows.
Joey, I
than
like
anybody.
you. I just call it like I see it.
That's fine.
Joey
I'm not going to
C
sit
is
here
not
now.
boring.
Thank you. I mean, let's go back. You read all the transcripts, so and you know what did I go to prison for, Carlos? Because you read
lying to the FBI.
That's it. Is that all I
the
did?
FBI
Carlos?
showed up at your door and basically, I won't go into it, but yeah, you lied to the FBI.
Scams. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I lied protecting my wife. That was simple. I made a mistake. I did that, and I would do it again because I love her. Plain and simple.
Although, all right, Joey C, I know that's what you say all the time, but one could make the argument, you lived with your wife.
Right.
You probably knew what she was doing and were also going to gain.
Very vaguely.
You were going to make some money off that scam.
Very vaguely.
So you lied to the FBI. I mean, yeah, you could throw in that you were
that's what I went to prison
wife,
for lying to the FBI.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Joey, I'm on your side. Blame it on your wife.
Ray, I'm always on your side. I love you, Ray. I love you to death.
I'm blaming your wife, man. It's not your
I don't
fault.
blame my wife. She's a good woman. Show him
the transcripts you showed me, Carlos. Is his wife a good woman? Show him.
She is a good woman. Believe me, I tell you.
Wait, we got a Kiki Loco chat saying Ray swam in the aquarium at my Airbnb and I got a $350 cleaning fee.
My apologies.
Ray.
Man. My apologies. I had a couple.
Franklin Sheckler says, I like this rebooted Joey C. He is much funnier when calm. Was great on Rock Bottom podcast. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joey C.
I really dig you a lot. I like you. First of all, I love the way you protect Ray and how you talk about Ray, how good you are a friend. So to me, you got a lot of loyalty when you got someone that's your friend. So that's big with me. And I love Ray because Ray just...
You called me a child molester, sir.
I did say that, and I apologize.
Neil Buckman says this guy and his wife stole money earmarked for disaster victims, yet acts like he was persecuted. But anyway, I mean, that's all I really wanted to go through. That actually took no time at all, Joey C. 23 minutes. You didn't... I guess you're so worn out from staying up all night screaming at Melton. We're getting the subdued Joey C.
I don't know.
I want the Joey C after he eats his spinach, like Popeye.
I've been a big change.
I will kill you. You're child molesters. You're all going down.
Have you made your way to the ER this week, Joey? That's the big question.
Listen, I think I've made a lot of improvements over the last 6 to 8 weeks in the direction that I want to go to. But I'm just one of them guys that if you say something derogatory about me when you shouldn't, and I'm not saying
but
you.
that's not true.
No. Not you. Listen,
if you think it's derogatory, Joey
Brennan,
C.
When I tell, first of all, I ain't bothered Brennan to go on his show for a long time. Okay, I sent you a link. Be on fucking time. Well, I don't fucking I don't work for you.
Right,
And-
Carlos is right. You get mad at things you should not even be getting mad at.
That's
my
I think
personality.
one
I
of
can't
the
change my personality.
one of
Can't
the
change my
things was Carlos. I remember he had called you unfiltered, and you,
Joey's texting me right now. I mean, it's like fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's all gonna work.
some type of filter is missing with Joey C.
and
Well,
you
yeah.
took
Yeah.
a lot of offense to that.
That's
for
what.
some
Yeah, you
reason.
Well, maybe not so
misinterpreted
much
that.
offense, though. That's just my nature. That's how I am. I'm not mild.
That's unfiltered. That's actually
Yeah.
being unfiltered.
I don't.
Yeah, you
I
took
don't
it as
just take things
unhinged.
and let it
I
roll
said you
off.
have no
Anything.
filter. That you
Yeah, I
just
got no filter.
basically
I
you can
don't.
interpret that as you saying you just speak from the heart or
I do.
whatever
And
violent
that's
place
just
your
me my
heart
whole life.
exists.
You understand? I was a kid that was left without, destitute. My mother couldn't take care of me. My father left us. I started working at 9 years old to help my brothers and sisters have food. So I went from
You
I
can't
went from
take
9
care of
years old
yourself.
to a man. You understand?
But
So I've had a lot
Joey,
of
A
pain.
man who drinks
You know.
15 cans of Coca-Cola a day and can't move his feet.
Ray,
Look at Ray
I'm not
now.
making no
You're
excuses.
describing his life
I'm my
now.
own worst nightmare, Ray. I'm my own worst nightmare. I know this.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah, it's called the not the Joey C outfit. It's Catalano TV on YouTube, right?
well,
Yeah, you changed
Hackwright-
it.
Well, Hackwright's been doing everything. He did my banner. He's been doing my thumbnails. I have meetings with him every day. He gives me pep talks. I do breathing exercises now before I go on the air. He tells me I should do a 3:00 a.m. podcast every morning to dump all the bad out of my brain before I go to sleep. So I wake up with a
Wait,
you
who's
know.
telling you to do that? That's Hackride telling you to do
Hackwright.
streams at
Coaching
3
me,
a.m.
things that- yeah.
Are you sure he's not trying to kill you, Joey C?
No, it's working because I'm more calmer. If you watch some of my shows,
When did you wait? When did you do? Did you do these? How long have you been doing these breathing exercises and all
It's
that?
probably been a month.
So that,
But anyway, so
I-
tell me about the channel, Joey, because then I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to go on to other crap. But
We
what
just-
kind of shows do you do? How many shows are on there? I know you got a morning show. What's going on?
I got the Kai
Catalano
Lou-
TV.
The Lou and Kai morning show came over. They were just doing their thing. They joined our channel. They're Monday through Friday, 7:40. I do the variety show where it's DG, myself, American Cupcake is a regular, Spider, my wife pops in, various people pop in. OJ comes on. We've had Gonzo Shitcock. We've had a lot of people on that one. Cardiff came in and tweaked my channel where we went into orbit, shit like that. OJ will pop in. Well, see, OJ's my nemesis, but I love him.
Do you hate the Irish?
Do I hate the Irish? I think I found him very entertaining. I like this guy a lot. So
Okay.
as far as what Brennan, I like Brennan because he hates everybody. So I just didn't like the fact that the one troll that does everything about me and makes all kind of crazy videos. Matter of fact, they're doing a show on me tonight. The numbers. Let me tell you, I've had my channel for 14 months. My numbers are all good. I don't buy views.
I got to ask you about that. I got to ask about that, Joey C.
man.
Your subscriptions seem really suspect.
They do for 14 months.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I've been a channel
Listen,
for
I think
10 years.
I think you have
nothing.
more
I
than
can't afford to
Cardiff and
buy
B Dabbler. What's going on there?
Listen, I got 53,000 views. I got almost 5,000 watch hours. Everything comes in a sync. Everything according to YouTube, everything is fine. Got all good checks on everything. I do
which,
nothing
by the
like
way, there's nothing wrong with that. People, I've never done
With
that.
what?
But for people to, boost their subscribers and all that stuff so you can get monetized. I understand that. I've personally never done that, but I could
I've
see someone
maintained to
doing
say
that.
I don't give a shit about money. I don't care about making money. I don't give it. That's not what my whole purpose was for this. I just landed in a Dabbleverse, not knowing what the Dabbleverse was, and I
What
was
do you mean
so
you
deep
just
in it.
landed? You fucking
When I
came in
landed
the
4 months ago, I had no idea what the Dabbleverse was,
nonstop.
what a troll was.
No,
Nothing.
all right,
You came in by
stop, Joey
stalking
C.
Shuley, right?
Yeah, I like
Right,
the
correct,
Joey C,
correct.
but I got before we knew who you were. I was getting like 8 Facebook messages a day of you in a Batman mask wanting to come on my show.
We got people are not
He dated
people
Elise
are not
Georgiana.
buying the fact, Joey, about your subscriber base. People are saying liar.
No, no.
100% buys
doesn't
them.
buy
I
them.
say
His
that.
wife
There you
does,
go.
guys.
That's
Don't
what I
worry
say to
about
that one. There you go. I've already
I
shared my
agree
YouTube.
with what Shmuel Buckman says. Why would anyone care? I said that when Rob Saw was on my podcast.
They can
Who
say
cares
whatever
if
they
people,
want. I don't
if
care.
people
It
want to
don't
buy
matter.
views?
I
and
know.
shit,
I know.
who
I
gives a shit?
that's all
Who
that matters. I
cares?
know I did. So I won't even argue about that because I know
Somebody else bought it
definitely-
for you. Did Chris Abels buy it for you?
Here, I can say this much. I'm part of a network of someone that has over 1.5 million subscribers. Okay. And I'm in
network is
the
that?
inner circle. Okay. And we could go there and post. And I did post I'm starting a new channel. Anybody just come over and
Wait a
subscribe.
sec. Is that what's his name? Richard Roundtree?
Michael
What is the guy's
Francese.
name? Jerry Springer? What's the guy who did all this?
Michael Francese. I'm in his inner circle, deep in his inner circle.
Is that Nasir Iqbal you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the guy that messages me. I know who that guy is. I hit him up just as a joke for Brennan because he used to message me when I started podcasting like 3.5 years ago. I just said, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "Hey, how you doing, sir? How can I help you?"
And I got my new thing. I started the game show that we do on Sunday nights.
I saw that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Sports. So we do that.
I'm going to be stealing that from you.
Oh, we do basketball tomorrow. Hackwright put me on that. Told me I should do that. It'd be fun. So, yeah.
All right, Dabbler of the
I
Week,
reached
according
out
to
to you
him.
the other day.
No, that's it. That's it, Ray. Joey's got to go.
Take care. Thank you for having me, buddy. Appreciate it.
See ya.